Hi friends, Andromeda of Earth here. We're ready to talk about our current week that we're in. It's Sunday, April 26th, 2020, and it's through May 2nd. Yeah, so we're moving into a new month. I always really liked May, mainly because it always seemed to snow still in Michigan in April, so it was like May really felt like the true spring. Anyway, yeah. Oh, good. Looking over, I wanted to start some frankincense earlier, but I got distracted by all the things. Having a lot of fun in these last few days. It appears like kind of getting my house in order in various ways. It's not only like my house here, but it's like the house. So it's very multi-dimensional. I've been experiencing this, and I have no doubt that you're going to be feeling, something to that effect too, since I know that the sun and Uranus are conjunct exact in the sky today. So, for some time leading up to it, this energy, and some time afterwards, we are experiencing an evolution. In regards to how we express ourselves. When taking care of our home, taking care of the home, like Earth home too, right? Especially being in, this happening in Taurus, so 7 degrees of Taurus. Check out where 7 degrees of Taurus lay in your birth chart. I could give you some insight as to how this energy is currently affecting you. I am attempting to light the coal. I use an herbal coal, which, I realize has, plant residue, right? So it may be not as clean of a burn as some people desire or want, but I really enjoy the smell just in and of itself. So even if the frankincense wasn't on it and the coal was burning, it still smelled amazing. So, but I can already see the frankincense start to bubble. Have you taken an opportunity to really make sure all of your space is in order? You can always look about it or look at it in a way to do with the various levels of our senses. Working our way from the root to the crown. In regards to our senses, we can really tap into our environment. Making sure all the needs are being met on all the levels. So starting from the bottom, being the root, is smell. Smell is very, very basic. It's like how we can smell our food and know whether it's safe to eat or not. Interesting how the bacteria that is harmful to us, it does not have the smell, but it actually occurs at the same time as the bacteria that smells bad. So begin with a sense of smell, and then it's taste, right? Sometimes we don't always ingest things that taste the best, but usually that's the goal. So are you thirsty? Are you hydrated, right? Then from there, it's vision into our solar plexus. How do things look? Is it clear and calm, or is it chaotic and disorganized? Everybody is different on their level of what they need in that sensation, so please don't take this as any sort of judgment in any of these things. We're all different in our sensory needs. So from vision, we go up into touch, right? How do the things that you are touching feel? Is it nice against your body? There we have hearing. How do things sound? Right now I hear the rustling of the trees and some chill, calming music in the background. So, from hearing, we have intuition. That's when we can then tap in to that connected, infinite knowing and the bridge to source, consciousness, the crown. So that's one way to tap into how to get real earthy in this Taurus way. And the Uranus being here as well is really shaking things up. It's interesting to read. I didn't know. Reading in my toddler's book on the solar system that Uranus spins this way. So that most planets spin in this way, whether it has some sort of tilt, right? But Uranus is completely different. You know, it totally turns things up and shakes things up and makes it different. So yeah, it'll play out, you know, in various ways. Check out where, like I said, I don't know if I said this, but check out where Taurus 7 degrees, you know, what house that is in your birth chart. It will give you a little bit more insight as to how this energy is affecting you personally. I'm gonna take a sip of water here. I welcome any and only benevolent beings to this space. I welcome any ancients, any ancestors, ascended masters, any angels who are in alignment with universal law and divine will are welcome here. Any beings named or unnamed who are here to help for the most good of all involved throughout the whole universe is welcome to this space. Hail and welcome. So I grabbed the Vindur Deck. It was sort of not even a question which card deck I was going to use today, which I love. Yeah, I don't have to overthink it. And that, in my opinion, that is how you know intuition versus whether you just think something's going to happen. Intuition just bam happens, doesn't require any thought. Specifically, it's just a knowing instant. It's almost like you can even know before the question. So good intuition is. It's so connected. Versus if you're analyzing and thinking and dwelling in, I heard someone say this yesterday, which made a lot of sense, negotiating, then it's not your intuition. So what information do we need to know for this week? We are going to do our typical spread for the week, Know, Show, and Grow, which can also be synonymous with head, heart, and our balance, growth, as well as past, present, and future. Thank you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Trust you. So for no, cut the Three of Wands. Definitely have worked with this card in this deck in the past. When I see the triangle here, I see transformation. You know, the alchemical symbol for transformation and change. Threes being Empress energy, being an evolution, being a creation from the exploration of 1 and 2. Being of Wands, having that same fire energy as the triangle does. The triangle is also a symbol for fire. Know that things are changing. It may feel like we're stuck. It may feel like we can't go anywhere, and gosh, we don't know how long we're gonna be here. But once again, it's not true, and this has come about to help us realize and remember, you know, that we're always changing, we're always moving, we're always flowing through the wind like the fucking clouds in the sky. This triangle is not, I first wanted to say solid, but it's not that it's not solid, it's not fixed. You know, there aren't any ropes tied in the corners or anything to like keep these angles as the way they are. They're more like balancing delicately. So we're coming from a really delicate mental state. Just like fire, it was Kaipacha who educated me. I say me because I watched his video. I'm sure he educated so many others about the delicacy of fire, or how delicate fire is. You have, and it's like, of course, yes, you have to have the right amount of energy, you know, the right amount of heat, the right amount of you know, like food source, you know, for the fire. I think there's 3 things, I think it was. I don't remember. I had a significant other who became a firefighter, and so studying for his course, it actually dawned on us how alive fire is. That delicate balance that has to be struck, just like we have that delicate balance within us. You know, and in regards to our head and our mental state, there are just so many little factors that come into play, but we all need them. We need them all to be in the right amount. We have to have the right amount of sunlight, not too much. Gotta have the right amount of water, not too much. You have to have the right amount of sugar, not too much. It's got to be all these things. But if even one of them is off, the whole thing is off. So it's interesting to see this. It's kept together. We've held it together, and we're creating new things in regards to our passion and our mental state. So that's exciting to see. Let's see what's going on in our heart. Two of Cups. So I see a sharing going on. I see action. The person that is on this side is reaching over to grab this cup. And then what I see is that when this hand is then open, this person over here will then hand him the other cup. So they're trading. So I see a connection with the cup, a receiving, a giving, a sharing. It almost looks like, whoa, I lost some cards. It almost looks like the one over here is like has warmth in it because of the little swirlies on top right here. They're kind of like steam or something. So to me that says there's movement on this side, but maybe not as much over there. And so the person that had the movement cup is now at time to rest. And so they're trading. Do you have anybody that you have this like give and receive connection to? If so, this card is urging us to take that energy within our hearts. You know, what can we give from our heart, but what also can we receive? You know, what is it that we need? What kind of union and collaboration can we make so that we are actually watering each other, not just one person doing all the giving and the other person doing all the taking energetically, right? I don't mean just like the one person does everything around the house or something like that, no. I can definitely think of examples of doing in a sense that you are also the receiver. You know, so doing and giving does not necessarily correlate. But this is I see this as an even exchange. So there's some sort of balance and action. It's almost like they sort of like celebrated too, like the little clink with all the lines that are going on in between the cups. Emerging together. In our growth position, in our future, I have the High Priestess. I kind of dropped a few of the cards and I thought I had a different card there. So this one just sort of took me by surprise. It's interesting, the next card that comes out, which is the one I thought we had, so I think the message might be both of these, which really does make a whole lot of sense. To have the High Priestess and the Empress. I'll switch them around so that they're in the order they should be. And for you, things are flipped backwards for you and I. And I say that this is the way, you know, that I really feel like it should be, because it's like 3, 2, 2, 3. You see the balance there? It's like we got 5 on one side and 5 on the other. So our balance between our head and our heart is literally taking the 2 and the 3 and how you walk these paths, you know, going inward with the High Priestess, following the phases of the moon, honoring our internal water. You know, check out what house Pisces is for you, and check out where your Pisces energy lay, or, you know, is, what's the word I'm looking for? Deficient, right? If we're a whole being, we have parts of the whole of the zodiac within us. So there's something, some part about you that's Pisces. And then the Empress. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this card other than, yeah, of course. I mean, we are all birthing new life. We're all making this stuff work. Doing the best we can. And we are. She is connected to the land. You see, she's directly on the land, nude, you know, exposed, one with nature, right? Where there is no shame when it's just the trees and the flowers around. Shame only happens when you are not wanting to be seen. And the trees and the flowers, they just feel you. Man, the flowers are blossoming. And they look so, like, pleased and happy. They're like, to me, cradling their, which is what focus for you, cradling their belly, caressing it even. You know, this High Priestess, she doesn't look like she's doing anything, just being. And, you know, it's definitely the same for the Empress. She's just doing, or just being there. And that's, in my opinion, all we really need to be doing is being. The High Priestess here has her eyes open. The Empress here, they look more closed. That's balance there. Now check out what your relationship is with the number 2 and 3. You know, the opposition energy, or the trine energy, or the triquetra. You know, these could definitely be messages for you. Like number 2, what does it mean to be in a partnership for you? You know, are you able to be in that partnership, be in a 2 with your eyes fully open, looking directly at the situation? She's clothed, but you know, not in a way that's to produce any shame. It's probably more just like, I really like the way this fabric feels. Which is, I mean, exactly what I did for this. It's like, oh, I don't want to just, you know, wear my tank top. I wanted to like feel good. So I just threw it on. I feel like that's what she's doing here. And she's without clothes because that's really what feels good to her. You know? Being with the earth. You know, if there's any way you can make this happen and it would feel good, you know, strip and be with nature. Do it safely in ways that won't harm others. What a yummy spread here. I will make a crystal grid, infuse it with some Reiki, and then take pictures to share with you, and also make the journal prompts and a list of symbolism that we all can explore further throughout this week, and things we can kind of, you know, just watch for, messages. So those will be up on part 2 on Patreon. Let me know if you've done a read for yourself and what you've got. Interested just to know if, you know, you received any similar messages or any different messages, or how that may, you know, have to do with your birth chart. This is so fun to explore. Thank you folks for being. See you soon.